Hi everyone, Velvet here, and I have some stories for you today. But before we get started, can you please do me a huge favor and like, comment, and subscribe? It'll help the channel out and it'll get you more videos like this. Let's get to it. And our first one comes from CRams98. Fiance left after I refused to play her games. I, a 26-year-old male, and my fiance, a 27-year-old female, have been together for about 15 months. I proposed to her on our 1 year anniversary. For the most part, things have been great. We laugh together, we have good times, but there's been a rough patches in the past and now again today. She has a habit of when we get into an argument, she gives me the silent treatment and ignores me, pushes me away. In the past, she's even collected her things and left, saying we are over, just to come back a day or two later. This is LP, you proposed to her? Alright. The thing is that when we argue, it's always her starting the argument over things I feel aren't significant, or definitely not to the point that she escalates it to. One example is, back when we were together about 2 or 3 months, she was spending the night at my place, and we were watching a movie at about 10 p.m. I had work the next day at 7. She suggested that I go to sleep so I'd be well rested for work. I told her I wanted to finish the movie, and that somehow escalated into her leaving in the middle of the night to drive off and sleep somewhere else in her car. I have a theory about that, but let's continue. I tried to get her to stay, and even offered to sleep on the couch so she could have the bed, but she refused. I've tried chasing her in the past, and she's even told me that when she gets upset, don't let her go or leave her alone. I've expressed to her how badly it makes me feel when she does this, and how stressful and it's taking a toll on my mental health to always feel like I'm at risk of losing the love of my life for a stupid small argument. I feel like she does these little tests and games to test my loyalty and commitment for her. Oh, I hate that crap. Which I don't think is healthy. You don't need to think it's healthy, it's not healthy. Now, to last night. She moved in with me 2 weeks. Oh my god, you let her move in. Well, you proposed to her, so, why am I surprised? With me 2 weeks ago. And just so happened that the job I'm currently supervising, construction, is 2 hours away. So I've been away all week. It sucks, but it is what it is. This job should only take 3 or 4 weeks. After being away from her all week, and all I wanted to do was come home and spend time with her. When I got home, everything was good. We were both happy, laughing, and playing around. But suddenly, an hour after I got back, she started asking me if she could have $20 for shopping. Keep in mind that she has thousands of dollars in her own bank account, while I'm just getting by trying to pay back a line of credit. She knows it stresses me out how much interest I'm paying, and that money is not my favorite subject. Ooh. OP, she's evil. You told her that gets to you and she's using that. She's also expressed that she wants a joint bank account, don't do that, which I'm not a fan of the idea. So we agreed we would open a joint savings account and the both of us can contribute money for fun things to do together. I don't think she's after money. She's even offered to help me pay back some of my line of credit. Don't do that. She will own you if you do that, which I refused. I think the reason she asked for $20 was just to see if I would do it. A test. She knows that I would give her money, even if she needed it, but she didn't need it. Anyways, I pay if we go out to eat. Wait, she has more money than you, and you still have to pay when you guys go out to eat? I'm not saying she has to pay every time, but if she really likes you, OP, and she really wants you, she would offer the pay sometime. But back to the story, etc., etc. I told her this and asked her why she's testing me like this, and she got mad and went away and ignored me. I tried to talk to her, but her responses were cold and snappy. Now I was upset, because all I wanted after being gone all week was for us to spend time together with each other and have a happy weekend together. I know that this night was a write-off, now with her upset and giving me the cold shoulder, so I just went to work in my garage. I spent a couple hours in the garage, and when I came back in, she was upstairs in our bed, playing on her phone. I'll admit, my sadness started to turn to anger as she acted this way before and promised she wouldn't push me away like this. OP, she does not care about you. She's not taking any of this seriously. She's over here playing on her phone like you're like nothing. Jeez. So I asked her why she always plays games and tries to test me like this. Admittedly, my voice was starting to raise a bit, but I wouldn't call it yelling. She told me not to yell at her, so I lowered my voice a bit and apologized. Oh, you apologized, OP. that you weren't yelling. She did that because she knows she can mess with you in the middle, even when you're in the right. That was just another way for her to control you and try to gaslight you. But back to the story. Apologize, but told her it's very frustrating when she keeps acting this way. Things started to escalate, and I told her my concerns these games have on my mental health. My dad was bipolar and committed suicide when I was young. At some point during me explaining how her pushing away and testing me affects my head, she's let out a giggle. Wow, that is a freaking demon. OP, she absolutely does not give a crap about you. Which made me angry, so I just started to get up and leave. At which point she grabbed onto me to try to stop me. I resisted a bit and escaped her grasp. And then she tried to act like I heard her. Ooh, people, but especially guys, when you're dealing with this type of person and things start to escalate with a woman like this, sadly, you're probably going to be the one who gets in trouble. You need to take out your phone or camera, anything, and start recording. Because if she calls the cops, you're the one who's getting arrested. That's just the way it is, sadly. So make sure you were recording, especially with someone like this. But back to it. Which I believe was not true. It's not true, OP. It was her trying to make me feel bad. I told her this. At this point, things basically escalated to the point where she was packing up all her things to leave again. I asked her why she was doing this over something that started as such a small argument, but she wouldn't listen to me even if I told her I would sleep on the OP, you gotta stop being a doormat, man. She's in the wrong. I told her that I would sleep on the couch so she could have the bed. Now, this is the part where I believe I could have handled it differently. I'm pretty close with my sister, and at the start of the relationship, when she would do these things, I turned to my sister for advice. Her advice was that she was trying to manipulate and control me, and that I should just leave the relationship. Listen to your sister, she sounds very wise. I didn't, and things did seem to get better for a while, but every now and then, another one of these episodes would happen. My fiance knows that I talked to my sister and a couple of friends about this in the past, and how they felt about her, which really upset her. Of course it does. They were able to see through her BS. So for a long time since then, I just told them everything was great with us. Oh, OP, my friend, you are being abused, man. And for the most part, it was, except for the occasional episode. Last night, when my fiance was packing her things to leave me again after trying to reason with her and stop her, I called my sister, partly to try to get my fiance to listen to somebody else besides me and tell her that she's being unreasonable, and partly just to talk to somebody to keep me from feeling like I was losing my mind. I had the phone on speaker and explained to her what was happening, and my sister basically said just to let her go, that she keeps doing this and it's manipulative and controlling. My fiance overheard this while packing and left to go sleep in her car. OP. Listen to your sister. Man, if this was my sister, she would have laid her out and then ripped me out of there and like, you were not doing this. Mm-mm. I just let her go. And I've told her in the past that she pushes me away. I won't chase her because I know it's just a game she's playing with me. Now this morning I texted her and asked her to please just let me know at least where she is to know that she's safe. OP, you gotta stop. She refused to tell me and kept telling me how wrong I was and that I shouldn't have let her sleep in her car. You did not let her sleep in the car, OP. She willingly went to go sleep in that car. Don't let her manipulate you like that. And I shouldn't have let her sleep in the car all alone at night. It turns out now she's at a coffee shop and my roommate, a 35-year-old female, is with her, and she asks to come talk. Oh, she's gonna try to manipulate your roommate, man. This is what happens when you start standing up to people like that. They try to isolate you from everyone, so they'll make it look like they're the good person and make it look like you're the bad person. Your friends, your families, your roommates, etc., etc. But back to it. I refuse, saying that I don't want to play these games and chase her anymore. The roommate took my fiance aside. Of course she did, because your fiance made it look like she was the victim and made it look like she was great, gave her a good light. That manipulative freaking monster. That I shouldn't have let her sleep in the car. You didn't let her sleep in the car, but I told her that she shouldn't have left in the first place. Now my roommate told me that my fiance is looking at rooms to move out, thank God, and my fiance is making it seem like the relationship is over. Again, I don't think she really wants that, and I anticipate her coming back. You shouldn't anticipate her coming back, OP. You should be happy she's gone. I think it's another game. It is, and you gotta stop with this crap, OP. At this point, I don't know what to do. Ditch her, OP. This is not a hard one. My family and friends all say to move on. Your family and friends are very smart. That her toxic behavior won't change. Very true. And in a way, I feel I know that it's true. Anyways, about the incident last night. Am I in the wrong? Okay, OP, my friend. You are being abused mentally, and I was getting really worried for you there too when she started trying to fake that you hurt her, because we know what happens. Like I said, call the police and then get you arrested. I'm just saying, OP, you don't want any of this. That woman is not a woman. That is a demon. An abusive, manipulative demon that is messing with you and messing up your life, OP, messing with your mental health. I don't know why you propose to that creature. You shouldn't. Listen to your sister, listen to your friends and your family, and get the hell away from her. You kick her out, you change those locks, and get rid of all her crap, and you find yourself a woman who actually respects you, because she does not respect you, OP. She sees you as a thing to play with. And my theory, what I said in the beginning, that whole her sleeping in the car, I don't know if you saw her sleeping in the car, but if you don't see her sleeping in the car or she drives away, I think she's seeing another man, one that she, knows, and she knows she can walk all over you. So I wouldn't be surprised if she was cheating on you, OP. I'm gonna say you're not in the wrong, but you need to get away from that thing. And our next one comes from Traditional Cap 23-2. Am I wrong for worrying slash overthinking about my safety? I wasn't sure how to phrase the title, so please don't mind that. If this is better to fit into a different page, let me know. For context, I am a 20-year-old female and work in a pub slash bar, and I work mostly nights slash closes, so I'm usually one of the last staff to walk home alone between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. I was on my break last night, and three men came up to me. They were hitting on me, and I was politely turning them away, not to cause a scene. They won't stop. They asked me to join. They asked to join me and try to get to know me, but I didn't give anything away. Then they ended the conversation with confirming I work at the pub slash bar. We're in and we'll come back and find you. Am I wrong for overthinking that a bit? I've never had a customer or anyone tell me they would come and find me, or even that they would look out for me. I was very visibly uncomfortable and tried to brush them away many times. I didn't think I was overreacting at first because I told my coworkers and they immediately checked the CCTV and the grounds to make sure they weren't still there and had someone walk me home. But I told my mom about it and she said nothing, just laughed it off and said, "That's what you get for being youthful and beautiful." Man, that is crazy how people are built differently, different moms, cuz I'm a grown ass cat. And if I told my mom that, she'd be, we gotta get you a knife, we gotta get you all of this, and blah blah. You know what I mean? She'd still be worried about me. And your mom's just like, "Oh, your fault for being pretty." No, OP, you are not in the wrong. I'd be worried too if people are like, "Oh, I'm gonna look for you, and I know where you work." Like, that's not flirting. That's creepy. That would crawl my flesh too. OP, get something to protect yourself and find someone to walk you home, get a car. I don't know. But yeah, I would take that as a threat too, the way they said it. Especially if they confirmed, "Oh, hey, you work here?" Yeah, that is creepy. OP, you were not in the wrong. Get something to defend yourself. Cause, oof. And our final one comes from Adventurous Wear 66683. Am I in the wrong for telling my friend her overinflated ego is off-putting? Context: she's 18, rejected me, 18-year-old male, 2 years ago, saying I'm too scrawny and ugly for her. Damn. Which, I mean, I'm not surprised she said that. I've had my share of rejections in my life, and some of them get real freaking brutal and savage. It broke me for a while. I'm still not 100%, but back to it. Said that it's not my fault I look this way. God damn. But she just can't be physically attracted to me. Last week, one of her friends, an 18-year-old female, asked me out. I said yes. Oh man, good for you. I've never been asked out before. My best friend is upset at me and claims that I'm using her friend to get over her. Wow, somebody thinks they're the main character. Said that her friend is basically a blonde version of her. Wow, she really thinks she's the main character. I told her no, and that while she said that her friend both have traits that fit my type, both are violent martial arts girls who met at their karate dojo. It is extremely egotistical of her to see her friend as just a blonde version of herself like that. When I called her ego off-putting, she recoiled and said that I didn't have to insult. Oh my god, didn't have to insult her as she tore you apart. That when she's expressing her concern, that she cares about the both of us. No, she doesn't. She cares that her one of her orbiters isn't going to be there to give her free attention, and she can't power trip like that by rejecting you. You know what I mean? She was liking that. She was liking that you were into her, and she was able to cruelly turn you down like that. But now that you found a woman, she's probably like, "What did I miss? What did she see in him? Where did I mess up?" Well, how can I, get to him? She's mad that she doesn't have you to play with anymore, OP. Um, I guess keep her at arm's length because she obviously doesn't care about you. She's just mad that she's not getting that free attention. And congratulations, like that's awesome. It's rare to get approached. That's cool, man. I hope you have a good time with her, and I hope things escalate. Maybe you get married. Who knows? I don't know. You sound like you're I don't know if you're an anime, but you sound like you're the Spike Spiegel type. A woman that can kick his arse, that type. But OP, no, you're not in the wrong. And yes, her ego is gross. I'll say this to women: no matter how beautiful you are, if you have a terrible attitude, ego like that, you become disgusting to me. At least in my eyes, it's easy to become hideous, no matter how pretty you are on the outside. If your inside is gross, you are gross on the outside. OP, you are not in the wrong. Thank you for making it to the end of the video with me. And can you please do what I said in the beginning? And like, comment, and subscribe. It really and truly does help the channel out. It helps it grow, and it helps you get more videos like this. Velvet out.